Welcome to an average Monday in my life as the brand and web designer behind Kenzi Green Design. Made this like pretty odd little parfait. We've got Greek yogurt, sugar-free jello flavoring, bananas, coconut shreds, and granola.
There's no shortcut to your wellness.
I have a call exactly at 9 a.m. People don't usually schedule calls that early. Like, I'm not even gonna have time to really check my email or anything. I'm gonna get on the computer and get straight into this call.
I have all my branding and everything, so we're kind of almost there.
Okay, cool. And then in terms of pages, are you thinking home, about, services, and contact page? The call I just had this morning went well, but the client was a little bit hesitant about moving forward because of price, which I knew they would be because this in particular person contacted me directly from a Facebook group instead of going through my actual contact inquiry form. So I knew once we got on the call that they were probably going to be a little taken back by my price point because they had no idea what it started at, whereas if people fill out my contact inquiry form, they have to acknowledge the starting rate of my services. So it's cool. I sent over a proposal. I'm not sure if they're going to move forward or not, but either way, it's whatever because I just got confirmation from a really, really big 5-figure client that they want to move forward starting in the spring, and I'm extremely excited about it, not only because it's a big project and they've booked in advance with me, which is what I'm trying to do right now because I have so many projects lined up, but also because this client in general seems like a person that I would really, really vibe with. They are very humorous. It's a woman-owned business, which is what I prefer to work with, and they have over 1 million followers on Instagram. So I am extremely keen on getting that exposure and being able to work with someone that has such a big audience. Now I'm gonna do a few things for the Brief Collective because today is when our latest brief challenge is due. If you aren't familiar with the Brief Collective, you haven't heard me talk about that before, that is my design community I co-founded with 2 other designers. We host free brief challenges. And we also have a Design Biz Academy, which will be opening for enrollment again in the spring. So I have got to send out today's newsletter, post some reminders about everything being due on social media, and create the thread for everybody to turn in their submissions for the brief challenge. So one of my duties in the Brief Collective is to manage our Facebook group, meaning I manage the requests that we get and the acceptance for them, and we ask for emails. So basically, when I don't accept requests over the weekend, I check it and there's like 16 to 20 plus requests on Monday. And I have to manually go through and like copy and paste each person's name and email into our email marketing software. I think if Facebook created a way to connect an email marketing software to the back end of Facebook groups, like it would be a total game changer.
How long is this going to take?
I'm going to cook an early brunch today because I actually have another call at 12, and this is a brand audit call. It's a service that I don't advertise publicly, but I will offer it to people who contact me directly about brand audits simply because I know they really, really want to work with me, but just probably aren't at that point in their business yet. And I have a really good chance at converting them into a paying client in the future. And I know I can always provide them a lot of useful advice. And I just don't like doing a lot of these, which is why I don't publicly advertise it. But this one in particular is from somebody who's actually already working with another designer, but they aren't really liking it. And they don't exactly know how to give feedback and they don't know exactly what they really need. So that's why they're seeking this brand audit session with me, and they actually sent me the PDF that their other designer has been working on. So it'll be an interesting call. While that is heating up, I need to feed the chickens. It's only almost 11:30 and I already have my second cup of coffee in for the day. Anyways, today's Instagram post is actually a reel, and it's inspired by a video I came across on TikTok where basically this woman was telling people if you refer to your business as a small business, you're never going to be a big business, which I personally disagree with, because when I hear the term small business, I think of a small team, woman-owned, family-owned. I think of a tight-knit community. I don't think of small sales, and I really think that's why the small business term was formed in the first place. I'm going to insert this reel next so you guys can actually see that, but I would love to hear your thoughts about that term as well.
What? Who is having that conversation?
And that's something I'll also talk a little bit about too, because I have some helpful tips for you about that. Contract and deposit has been sent out to the client that confirmed she wanted to move forward from last week, and I'm now hungry again, so going to go make some leftovers. Alright, that is it for today's little day in the life video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes of an average Monday in my life as a brand and web designer. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.